Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about 10-7. We're going to be converting things to odds. And specifically, we're going to be converting between probabilities to odds. A lot of times you may have heard of odds are that this happens. Odds are that I'm going to win. Odds are that I'm going to lose. Odds are. We're going to be talking about what those odds are talking about, with a few vocab words. All right, so please write odds in favor and odds against. Odds in favor and odds against. All right, so it says odds in favor, the ratio of favorable outcomes to unfavorable outcomes. So as I look at that, remember when we talked about ratios, we could use the colon, we could use the word to, or as a fraction. Today we're going to focus on a colon, for instance, 3 to 2, a ratio that looks like that. Okay, 3 to 2 would be odds in favor, depending upon what the information is. Now, odds against is the exact opposite. It would be 2 to 3. It's the ratio of unfavorable outcomes to favorable outcomes. All right, so odds in favor, odds against. I also want to have you write this down. Please write this down, and I'll explain it. All right, so again, if we have A and B, A being the number of favorable outcomes, B being the number of unfavorable outcomes, A plus B is the total number of outcomes, okay? Total number of outcomes. So when you do this, if I talk about odds in favor, favorable outcomes come first. The A comes before the B. Odds against, B comes first, B before the A. All right, so you don't have to write this one down, but if you look at this, probability and odds are not the same thing. They're very similar, but not the same thing. So if I look at this, all right, it says, suppose you want to know the probability of rolling a 2 on a fair die. There is one way to get a 2 and 5 ways not to get a 2. So when I talk about using in favor of getting a 2, I write 1 to 5 because that 1 stands for the number of correct rolls, which is I could roll a 2. That's the number of correct, 1 out of those, and 5 being the not correct. Notice that if I add those two together, they need to equal my total number of outcomes. Okay? And again, we will talk about this in just a moment. I'm going to have you write down a couple of problems, but just know that the number in favor, if you're looking for odds in favor of, the one that you're looking for comes first, the one that is not looking for comes second. I will explain that in depth right now. So please pause the video and write this down. Don't go through it, I will explain. All right, so probability. We've been dealing with probability in the past, okay? So as I look at this, there are 15 girls and 14 boys in class. So if I look at the probability of a girl being chosen, I'm looking for that fraction of 15 girls. I have the probability of choosing a 15 out of 29 girls. 15 out of that 29. Because 29 is my total, 15 is the total number of girls. On the flip side was the probability of a boy being chosen. It is 14 out of 29. 14 out of 29. So because there are 14 boys in the class, 29 total students. Now where we look at the odds in favor of a girl, odds in favor of a boy, as I look at this problem, it states, what are the odds in favor of a girl? Well, if I'm looking for in favor of a girl, the girl comes first. Gentlemen, you should always be polite and let the girl go first. But in this one, odds in favor of a girl, the girl would go first, so I have 15 girls. Out of this class, I can choose 15 girls. Now, the question is, how much is the class not girls? Well, it's 14, so my ratio of odds in favor is 15 to 14. Odds in favor of girls is 15 to 14. I don't have a total there. That total is only in probability. What I'm looking for is the number of correct for my favor and the number of incorrect. There are 15 girls. That's my correct number. 14 boys. That's the incorrect number. Last one, odds in favor of a boy. That means in favor of a boy means the boys come first. Then, so there are 14 boys, and how many are not boys? Well, 15. So 14 to 15. All right, 14 to 15. All right. All right, so what I want you to do is pause the video, write this down. All right, so it says, if the odds in favor of winning a bicycle in a raffle are 1 to 75, what is the probability of winning a bicycle? This is very similar. Remember, this 1, if I go 1 to 75, this 1 stands for, if it's the in favor of winning, okay, I win 1 time, I lose 75 of those times. Okay? But how many do I have total? If I one ticket, I can pick 1 ticket to win, I can pick 75 tickets to not win. Well, what is the probability of winning? Well, I pick 1 ticket to win. There's 1 ticket to win, 75 not to win. There should be 75 plus 1 tickets, which is 1 out of 76. If I have 1 ticket that I could win, 75 that I wouldn't win, how many tickets do I have total? 76. So it's 1 out of 76 is my probability. 1 out of 76. Today's notes are very, very short. This is our last note of the day. What I want you to look for is you're looking for the probability in the first 2. And number 3, you're looking at the odds. So read the problem, read the question. Make sure you read very carefully, but read the questions and then answer. So pause now, write it down. All right. So as I look at this, it says in the last 25 Olympics since 1900, an American man has won the gold in the 400-meter run 18 times. Okay? Find the probability of an American man will win the gold in the next Olympics. Well, if I look at the probability, how many Olympics were there during those 25 Olympics? Well, there were 25 Olympics total. How many did an American win? 18. 18 out of those 25, an American won. Remember, simplest form, it is still 18 out of 25. 18 times that American man won. Now, number 2, it says find the probability of an American man will not win the Olympics. Well, if they won it 18 times, they didn't win it how many times? 7. 7 out of 25. Okay? I still have my total on bottom. My total is always on bottom when I'm dealing with probability. That third question, though, it says find the odds that an American man will win gold in the next Olympics. The odds. Now we're dealing with odds. Before we were dealing with probability. Now we're dealing with odds. How is this different? It's different because I don't deal with the total. I don't have the total number in my ratio. It's a ratio. Okay? I'm going to use my colons here, and maybe that will help you separate a probability to a ratio, but use my colon. Then, odds that an American man will win. So odds that an American man will win, that means odds in favor of an American man winning. Well, how many times an American man win? 18. How many times an American man not win? 7. So I took 18 to 7 is the odds. Odds are 18 to 7. My odds would be 18 to 7 that an American man would win the next Olympics. Okay? That's the question that we've been dealing with. Odds in favor of, odds against, and how that relates to probability. All right? Short video. That's all I have for you today. I'm done. Okay? I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye!